Think of 10 people you talked to today. Family members, friends, co-workers. Did they seem happy? Would you know if they weren't?
The fact of the matter is 1 in 10 Americans lives with depression, and most do their best to hide their true feelings. They're ashamed, afraid of the stigma. Tonight, NBC 15's Brock Burgi introduces us to a familiar face battling the stereotype.
It takes strength. It takes a lot of strength. There's not a day that goes by where I don't remember how low I was. I think the public sees us as the perfect people. We kind of put on this face when we're on TV. You know, that's our job. Yeah, I am a television news anchor who lives with depression. I take medication. I saw a therapist. I have my bad days.
Stand by to take Brock, and take Brock.
For the Social Security Administration, it's reason to celebrate, and for the rest of us, well, it's reason to think about the future of the program about to meet its biggest test. Brian Moore has the story from Washington.
It goes beyond a bad day. People feel like if you are depressed, you're weak to some extent, that you can't handle stresses in life that maybe other people are able to, and I just want people to know that it's okay. That's what this is about. You hear people talking about a nervous breakdown. I truly feel like I had a nervous breakdown. I just couldn't take it anymore. I started to drink a lot. I found comfort in alcohol because it took me to almost a different place. I would go several days with basically not eating. People started coming up to me and they'd be saying like, Brock, you know, you're looking pretty skinny. I didn't even realize I wasn't eating. The hardest thing, I think anyone who realizes that they need to get help is actually admitting to themselves they need help and then getting that help. Through the support of family and friends, I was able to get help, go to counseling, take medications. It scares me to think that I was that troubled. What I've gone through has made me the person I am today.
So tag on 3 then to 2.
People turn to us to get the news and information
Las Vegas.
they need to know, and in my mind, this is something that I want people to know. I don't want sympathy. I don't consider myself suffering from depression. I live with depression. I'm not suffering. Yeah, there are bad days. There are bad days, and there are going to be more bad days. This is an ongoing process. You can't just snap your fingers and, okay, you know, it's gone. But I think it's a good reminder. I think it reminds me of, hey, look at where I've come.
A new show and a new fiancé for Drew Carey.
I want to be the person who viewers see on TV. I want that to be me in real life. The one thing in life you can never give up on is hope. And I think that's my message to people is hope keeps you going. You don't know what each day is going to bring, but I'm glad I'm around to experience what each day will bring.
It takes so much courage to talk about something so personal. Brock, why was it so important for you to tell your story?
Education and awareness, Lee and John. This is a message that I want to spread to people. We are in the profession, we can reach a large amount of people at one time. This was an opportunity to do that. This was my idea. I went to our boss and I said, look, I want to do something special to get this message out. People often think this happens to, they don't realize it happens to the people they care about, and it can happen to anyone. It's such a, it knows no boundaries, and that's why I wanted to share the story.
You spoke in the story about how tough it is for people sometimes to admit that there's a problem and to get help. How hard was it for you?
Extremely difficult, John, and part of that has to do, I think, with the fact of my upbringing. I was raised in a small rural community where, especially for men, you were looked at, you know, you're not supposed to show weakness. And statistics show that men have more trouble getting help, and that's what this is kind of about, is hopefully if I can help that one person out there, it sounds cliche, but that's what this is about. I hope one person will take away the true message from this story.
Well, very courageous for you to share such a personal story, and I know it will touch some people. It really will.
It touches so many. Thank you so much, Brock. We want to let people know, too, if you or someone you care about needs help, when we come back, we will talk live with a local doctor about depression and the treatment available.
Stay with us.